This whole election is being rigged.
Hi everybody! I'm already halfway through making this video and editing it, and it's looking spectacular, and everybody should see this. Look, just yesterday I saw a video on YouTube by a popular guy with big muscles called Vegan Gains. Is this guy such an idiot as to think that we're going to believe his bullshit where he's trashing the candidate that's not a psychopath? And people have called him a psychopath too. And I always thought he was just pretending. So listen to how he trashed Hillary. I'm going to find something bad about Hillary Clinton, so I'm going to get on my mommy's computer while she's out and get on the interwebs. Stupid. And the most stupid thing of all is he puts out this propaganda 4 days after the election already happens. What's the point of making this video? This guy has to be really stupid. Does he expect his vegan community to buy his bullshit and share the video to get him a whole bunch of views? Or will this get a whole bunch of Trump heads to eat this crap up and then share the video to all the other Trump heads? Stupid?
How stupid are the people?
She did get the popular vote. Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Now there's something I want to talk about here that everyone should be interested in, including vegans. But people often just ignore politics and they turn the page. And that's partly what has given us a President Trump.
We're still checking in with all of the state results. Are you keeping in there? You get together?
I'm trying, man.
CNN projects Donald Trump will win the state of Iowa with its 6 electoral votes.
How stupid are the people of Iowa?
Okay, I'm back to tell you the 6 reasons why Trump's win was fraudulent. But I also want to plug some upcoming videos. I know a lot of videos I'm going to be making. And I can get at least 2 videos out of that. I was surprised at what I saw. Biggest jerk on earth spotted at an anti-Trump rally. Protester swiped by car. There's a couple of videos about Rock Christina and Colt Chavez. Those aren't related at all. Back to Trump. Of course, a lot of people are going to say that this is all political and I'm just butthurt and stuff like that. Well, if that was the case, I'd just turn off the news and get on with the life I used to live before this. I wouldn't need to be butthurt. This is legitimate stuff and people should know it. Otherwise, I wouldn't put in all these hours of work to do this. And I couldn't be butthurt because I haven't actually supported Hillary Clinton. Just look at all my videos. Even Trump himself would agree with some of this stuff if it wasn't being used against him. And he did agree when this stuff was about somebody else.
Even the Trumps can't believe that this happened. This was them last night watching the results. Look at those faces. Look at his face. Look at that man. Surely you prepared something.
Nope. Did not, Trevor. I was not ready. It turns out even Team Trump wasn't ready for this. They can't pivot now. All the balloons they have, they already said it's rigged on them.
Okay, some of this stuff you're going to know. We'll start with the FBI. Here's one where Trump agrees that the FBI is corrupt. I don't think much needs to be said about this because we already know that it was so wrong for them to put out some vague comment about a candidate 6 days before the election. And for months before that, the Republicans were complaining about the FBI being corrupt. And then they do something that really helped them to win.
I will totally accept the results of this great and historic presidential election if I win.
I don't doubt that if the fraud ends up being more against his opponent and he wins, then he'll overlook any fraud. If the fraud makes it to where he loses, then he will make a huge stink about it.
This is real Michigan.
And over the next few months, we are going to show that to the world.
I got your blue state right here, baby. Black and blue.
And if anybody in the media has a problem with that, you got a problem.
Because Trump will be the president, that also means that he's going to be able to pass a bunch of stuff because Congress is mostly Republican, and he'll be able to turn the Supreme Court Republican too. I'm tired of saying just how bad this will be. You can just see for yourself how bad it's going to be. Like after the 2000 election, where it was really close, people complained about that, and how bad, they didn't even know how bad Bush would be. We found out. History will repeat itself there.
Climate change policy at risk in a Trump administration. Asked about those.
Hopefully it's a reminder that elections matter. I don't know how many times we have to relearn this lesson because we ended up having 43% of the country not voting.
Now let's get into something that no one's talking about. And that is a technique that Republicans have been using a lot more than Democrats to win elections, because they found they can't win many elections without this. It's a technique called gerrymandering. It's taking advantage of the fact that we divide up our map of the U.S. into voting districts. Each section represents one delegate vote. Whatever party gets the most votes, they get that whole section, and those are the votes that count. I wasn't even going to bring up the Electoral College or the fact that she got the most votes, because that fact alone isn't the problem. It's the gerrymandering of the voting districts. They don't just take squares, another square here, or maybe take cities or counties. They draw these weird lines that go like this, zigzags on the line, and even Trump himself would agree.
There you have it. Donald Trump calling corrupt.
Congress to senator every single elective office in the country except the most important one. They are not fairly distributed according to population. Wyoming only gets 3 electoral votes. North Dakota and South Dakota each get 3 electoral votes. But there are a lot more people in South Dakota than in Wyoming. California has 39 million people, and it only gets 55 electors in the Electoral College. If California voters got equal representation in the Electoral College to Wyoming voters, California would get 199 electors in the Electoral College. Wildly unrepresentative.
Zigzags on the line, and what they're doing there is they're dividing people up by their class, economic class and race, maybe, just maybe.
We can't lose an election because of you know what I'm talking about. Oh! This whole election is being rigged.
It sure was. Let's take Pennsylvania.
Certain areas.
Yeah, certain areas of Pennsylvania, like the black sections. And you draw the line around that, because you already know they're going to vote Democratic. So you put them in their own box, and so they're out of the picture. They can't affect the other areas which might be in play. And so they can more easily make those go Republican, because we got rid of all those Democrats. Gerrymandering is voter fraud, pure and simple. And of course, this isn't just ignored. They've tried to stop this, but then that was stopped by Republicans. Republicans in the White House, in Congress, the Supreme Court. You see, we're headed for disaster? And I'm just getting started here. Let's take a breather while we talk about Russia for a second. It's been proven with computer forensics that Russia has hacked computers in the Democratic Party, not the Republican Party. They're friends with the Republicans now. And then there's this recent news that just happened. Republicans communicating with Russia during the election. Let's move along here. We should do the media next, because that fits in with what I was talking about with gerrymandering. The media is something that the Republicans may control more than has happened in U.S. history, because Trump is the first person who really seems like he wants to do that. He was doing that during his campaign. It's actually scary the way he was talking about the media. He was banning certain media from covering him on his campaign trail. What he did to Katie Tur it's like something in a movie, like where Trump's playing the bad guy.
And if anybody in the media has a problem with that,
Nothing you can do, folks.
It is the ultimate revenge.
But I'm just getting started with the media. Right from the beginning, there was a problem. even before I turned against Trump, right away, the media was giving him a whole bunch of free airtime. There is rules here about the candidates deserving equal airtime. The media is supposed to live up to equal airtime, and they have not done this. So all the media can be sued individually. Of course, it's too late now, and Trump could just pardon them. And CNN does not stand for Clinton News Network. These Trump idiots just don't get it. That this is just politics. The news is supposed to critique the candidates. And with Trump, there's just a lot of material there. And therefore, they didn't spend much time talking about Hillary. And when they did, it was corrupt against Hillary. They continued to play along with this email thing that the Republicans concocted.
I'd be happy to show Donald Trump Jr. my email inbox or my Twitter mentions with people insisting that all we do is focus on Hillary Clinton in emails and press conferences and the Clinton Foundation.
There is no story there. There is no conspiracy. There is no crime. They just want to find one. They recently forced the FBI to start a 9th investigation on her emails because the other 8 didn't find anything illegal. Right there shows you how much they want to keep Hillary Clinton down. And they've been trying to keep her from the White House since they knew about her. Way back in the 90s, they were worried about her one day being president. And so they've done everything to stop her, and they've been successful. The next reason why Trump's win was full of fraud is faulty polling. Remember the polls that were... Well, Trump never even believed them either. In a typical Trump style. Does this sound familiar? The polls are never accurate, and there might be some corruption. But they were on his side. The polls suggested that Hillary was going to win easy. But Trump knew he was going to win. So he says that he doesn't believe the polls, they're corrupt, making him look like the underdog. Meanwhile, the people that are not on Trump's side, they get complacent. I hear that some people didn't even vote because they thought this was going to be an easy win.
And then they say, oh, there's no voter fraud in our country. There's no one.
And once again, Trump's technique of misdirection, saying the fix is in for Hillary, so no one would ever guess that the fix was in for Trump.
They even want to try and rig the election at the polling booths, where so many cities are corrupt, and voter fraud is all too common.
And the 6th reason, internet satire and political websites posing as news sites. By now you've heard of InfoWars and hopefully Breitbart. I've heard of another website where they weren't even hiding that they were satire. They were just making up stuff, anti-Hillary, just to get people there and sell stuff. And maybe a normal person could tell it was satire, but not a political person who would vote for Trump, as in stupid. Yeah, just like I say, people call someone names. It really applies to themselves. So Trump got the stupid vote.
No, there's no voter fraud.
But Breitbart is legitimate bullshit. They're obviously political, but some people that would stumble upon them might not know that. What this site does is they take something that's going on, like an email investigation, and report that as, well, she must have done something if there were 9 investigations. And then they go further. Now that they have you on board, they start just making stuff up and getting you to believe that too. Does this sound familiar to the vegans out there? Hillary has never been charged with a crime in her life. But thanks to the media continuing to repeat this stuff as if there's something going on, people's suspicions go wild. People just keep saying that Hillary is a criminal. She's done all this, and they just say Benghazi. And then people keep spreading it, and then they hear it, and then they spread it, and then they hear it. Trump trolls, Rick rolls. It's all the same misdirection.
It's rigged like you've never seen before.
And how is it that he's able to make this prediction?
The whole thing is one big fix. Our system is rigged.
So there's your 6, people. So join the protest. And subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on so you'll know when I've made those upcoming videos. Also leave a comment on this video, give it a thumbs up or down, and share this video around.
Nothing you can do, folks.